David Rueber, Beef Production Specialist, been with Innovative Ag going on 34 years this year. Started right out of school, graduated from Iowa State with a degree in animal science. I came from a Century Farm, actually. We just got our designation for that from the Iowa State Fair this past summer. Family's been in the cattle business for 60, 70 years. I own a feedlot myself in the Strawberry Point, Iowa area and feed some cattle that I have ownership in also. So I always feel like that's a strength to have some skin in the game. You know, when markets go up and markets go down, I get to feel those same positive thoughts and sometimes challenging thoughts with the producers that I view as partners and teammates and friends that I get to do business relations with. QLF is the liquid feed supplier that we work through, and we've worked with them the entire time I've been here. So it's 35 plus years that they've had a business relationship with us, and they are true teammates. When I look at the reasons why we do business with QLF, it starts with them as a company. I literally can pick up the phone and call the owner of that company and he will answer the phone. Not too many companies in this day and age that are doing business across the country and internationally can you do that anymore. They view us as a very important part of their team. Last time I heard, I think we're their second largest dealer in the country. So, they're a big part of our nutritional base, and we're a big part of theirs as well. So it starts with their company, with good people, from the ownership going down from there. Delivery, their truckers are first rate. Delivery service is phenomenal with those people. A lot of them are part-time farmers from the Wisconsin, Iowa area that they know the business, they get it. The ordering process is very simple, very easy to work with on 48-hour deliveries. So that part of it in this day and age, getting harder and harder to have deliveries taken care of in that short of a time frame. Then when you talk about the nutrition side of things, QLF, it's molasses-based, obviously. Most of their products, we call them a dry flowable. They're a liquid, but they're mostly 65 to 70% dry matter. So that being said, they still flow in the wintertime. They do a good job of making that product flowable for cold temperatures as well. One of the things I like doing, the reason I like doing nutrition work with QLF is the flexibility they have. I can put together feedlot products that are 10% protein up to 50% protein. I can talk to their head formulator and have those products formulated and ready for a 48-hour delivery. That's almost unheard of in this industry today as well. So flexibility, I can make protein levels, ionophore, drug levels, medications can be set for whatever we want to go with. And I can change from load to load with producers. That makes it nice to be able to hone in on individualized basis with ingredients, with individual yards, to make that the most cost economical set of products coming in there that we can. Works very well for an operation that's 200 to 300 head or an operation that's 10,000 head. And the nice thing about QLF, the way they price it, is it's based off of delivery. And if someone 1,000 head can take 24 ton, his price is the same as somebody with 50,000 head, which is a nice situation where you don't feel like you're getting shorted if you're not that large operation. Most of our QLF customers are taking direct shipments from the plant, which that's a 5-6 ton minimum. So for the most part, you need to be in that 200 to 300 head capacity range or larger to make that economical and feasible. So the maximum delivery is 24 ton. The molasses obviously is going to make it palatable for our cattle operations. I work mainly with feedlot, a little bit of cow-calf, but mainly feedlot. Palatability is a good thing, especially in our industry where we might be using some corn screenings or some off-spec feeds. The liquid molasses coming through with QLF can help take care of any of those concerns we might have with palatability. Then when you look at how it mixes into a TMR, it does a good job of adhering to the different particle sizes and the different ingredients in a ration. So, and we've done the test to verify this, that we get better medication consistent levels when we test that throughout the feeding periods, and we feel like we just get a better mix. There's an investment in equipment. By the time you put in a 2,000 gallon tank, which will hold 12 ton, by the time we have the pump and the motor and that storage tank, we're looking upwards of $2,500 to $3,000. Now, we realize as a company that's a sizable investment. As a result of that, what we do is we put a satisfaction guarantee into anybody that's taken a look at using liquid supplements. We will put the equipment in, and we will not bill you for one turn of cattle, and assuming that you're going to be keeping production records with us or yourself, see how you like the product. At the end of that feeding period, if you're not satisfied, we pick up the equipment, no questions asked. Needless to say, we have not had that happen very often. But we realize that spending $3,000 or $2,500 on a liquid setup is an investment. So that's why we want those customers feeling comfortable with that decision that they made. The other thing is we want them to, they may look down the road and say, maybe I want to move this product around. And our equipment people with QLF are incredible. They will help us with if we want to move a tank, for example, from a commodity shed to a different location. Or if for whatever reason we need to add an extra tank, we added a different product to come in there, or we expanded and wanted to do full semi, so we got 3 tanks instead of 1 or 2. We use liquid feed in our own feedlot, and I'm using it myself at my own feedlot on my own cattle. That probably tells you what you need to know on my thoughts on the product.